welcome back into HSN Today with Tina and Friends. I'm Tina Jennings. My favorite thing about doing HSN Today is what we call a mixed show. We're going to kind of show you a little bit of everything, but I will always bring you the latest, the greatest, and something we know is beloved by people that shop here at HSN. This is from Smartheart. Knowing the information about your health, and Matt will back me up on this, is half the battle of anything. This is being able to get that blood pressure monitor at home at any time you need it, but not if you've maybe have gotten a blood pressure monitor in the past and you were like, I couldn't read the screen. I felt like the numbers I was getting as a little skewed. These are clinically accurate readings of your systolic, your diastolic, your pulse results. This will also give you the big, beautiful screen that lights up. It's going to give you the color coding to everything. And it will actually talk to you and give you those numbers. Maybe you don't want to grab your readers. Maybe you're not able to get that. It's going to load 2 people's worth of memory, up to 199 readings. We're even giving you the batteries so that you can start getting that information about your health right out of the box. We're going to do this on sale today for $26.99. Matt Peters, who has been our resident registered nurse here at HSN for 10 plus years. We're doing a decade milestone for you.
Yeah, time flies, right?
I'm telling you, you've had many hairstyles. You know, we love seeing you coming in the scrubs, but you would know best.
Many personalities, many medications to go with the personality. No.
But we have talked about blood pressure monitors. We've talked about all of these things over these 10 years we've been together, right?
Yeah.
But when I say clinically accurate readings, people think they've been burned by things in the past and then just never went back.
I'm so glad you mentioned that, Tina.
Yeah.
So this is for everybody at home here and everybody out there watching. I have been here for over 10 years. You know how many blood pressure brands of monitors that I've represented here at HSN over 10 years? One. And that is Viridian, and that is Smartheart. They've been around for 45 years. We're going to do a little case study here today with myself. I'm going to show you this monitor, and the reason I say that, everybody, is you can probably hear it in my voice. It's a very sultry voice that I have today, and it's because I am sick as a dog. Okay, we sold out of these, Tina. We sold over 1,000 of these the other day, 3 days ago. It was debuted just 3 days ago. And you know what happened is I was surprised that we had the quantity loaded back in to come here today and do this show. So I crawled out of bed last night and I said, I'm going to tell everybody at home, this is one of those circumstances, everybody. My blood pressure really has been running really high over these last few days because I'm sick. It's not because I have high blood pressure normally, it's because I'm sick and I'm taking cold meds and things like that. Did you know that those things can elevate your blood pressure? And especially those of you out there who take blood pressure medications. If you're sick and you go to the clinic, you see that yellow? That means that I'm in between. So it's not a normal, it's a little, actually that's a low reading. Right here's a normal reading, 128/76. You'll see it red when it's higher, and that's elevated, okay? Everybody, you can get a reading like this, 163/99, when you're at the doctor's office and you've been taking cold medication and you're sick. You know what might happen, especially if you already take blood pressure medication? You might get a higher dose. You might get something reworked there, and then you might take a higher dose and feel really bad and knocked down all the time because it's not the real dose. You need to take control of learning this information over time. Look at Donna right here. So Tina, I love having Donna in the studio because she's showing you at home when you have Viridian and you can store up to 199 of these readings in memory for one user and another 199 for a second user. This is literally the best value in any blood pressure monitor that I've seen ever. It's the brand new model from Viridian. It's going to interpret those readings. And look, Donna is nice and relaxed in the studio. We have her systolic, her diastolic. We have her heart rate. This will let you know if you have an irregular heartbeat. And all you have to do, everybody, is look at that beautiful, bright display. It tells you green. That means you have the peace of mind. You're going to be able to show that to your doctor. Last but not least, before I turn it back over to you real quick, Tina, is this will talk to you. So it has an audible feature. If you have that, vision impairment or something like that and you want to hear it talk to you, it'll do it in English or Spanish. I like to keep mine off because with this bright display, I never need to hear anything. And I like that privacy. Did you know too that about a half of us adults in this country have high blood pressure.
Yeah.
And only about
Yeah.
a quarter of us have it under control with diet, even medication and exercise. And look right here, when you're checking your blood pressure at home, you can keep track of it. You can avoid the really serious consequences that come from having that high blood pressure over time. Those are things like heart attack and stroke. We've done so much good work here at HSN over the years, minimizing these for you out there because you're doing the work by getting Viridian home, being aware, and do it for a loved one if you don't do it for yourself.
Well, you know, having that information, you know, that we get from this, we only used to go get it, you know, that one trip to the doctor or whenever we went. And then we started bringing in telehealth.
Yeah.
Then we weren't even going in during that one doctor's. It became even fewer and fewer and fewer amount of times we were getting the real information that we needed, right?
Yep.
Then we started going, okay, well, I want to get one at home. But then we started realizing the results weren't accurate. I had to inflate it, or it was this, or it was that. This is the easiest, most accurate, and you don't have to jot down your results. It's gonna load it for you. If you were like, did I go up? Did I go down? What was I last month? What was I 2 weeks ago? Was it because maybe I was a little stressed? Was I ate? What was it? This is pretty much the most feature-rich that we have ever done. Matt, I didn't even realize we had already sold out and restocked this because this is new.
Yeah.
Like, I thought, oh yeah, this is what we had from the other day. I just think having that knowledge, and it's funny because we got ours from you, Matt, when we got ours originally at this one, obviously, and my husband was going, it's different colors. And I go, yeah, I have no idea what those numbers mean. I'm not a Matt Peters, but I go, green, good. Yellow, red, oh, we need to call somebody.
Yep.
I was like, just give me the information. Am I okay or not okay, right?
Yeah.
It auto shuts off. I have to know nothing.
Right. And the batteries, like you said, come with it. Viridian does it all for you. So Viridian for 45, 50 years here has done it like that.
Yeah.
So we're getting this to you so you don't have to think. You pop the batteries in, you set the time and date. You know what? Then it's ready for that peace of mind for years to come.
Yep.
Because every single day, you're gonna take your blood pressure like you've been seeing Donna do here in the studio. You're gonna take your blood pressure. You're gonna get an on-the-spot reading, everybody, in about 20 seconds. It's one of the fastest, most comfortable monitors that I've ever tried out and that I've ever had. And look at this, it's very small, very compact. It's a wrist monitor. It is accurate to within clinical standards. That's so important. And Tina, I love how you just started mentioning, you know, when you're stressed, when you've had a lot of coffee, when you didn't sleep. Everybody, we could spend all day and not have any other items on HSN, talk about all the limitless circumstances that she's talking about, because your blood pressure changes every millisecond. It might be a little lower, it might be a little higher, it might be just right. It's Goldilocks. But if you don't know what your blood pressure is all the time over that trend, that's the catch point where we catch the really serious things that happen. It's a closed system. You need to know what that pressure is. Get on top of it by having the information. And everybody, you know, Tina, we do this for years and years. I'm talking about this product I'm passionate about. You tell everybody what the value and the price is, but I'm gonna say this. This is the price of a sandwich and a soda, everybody, for you to have this peace of mind with almost 400 readings in memory, and it talks to you if you want it. You have everything here. You're gonna spend $100 or so in a corner drugstore getting something that advertises similar features.
Yep.
But you know what? Without the reputation and the longevity and the proof that Viridian and Smartheart here at HSN that we've given you over the years. And again, one last thing, Tina. A friend of our network, we all know Adam Freeman, right?
I've heard of him.
I've heard of him too. He's that polite British guy that comes on here and talks to you at home. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
You know what he had years ago? Screaming high blood pressure.
Yeah.
He lets me share this story. He shares it himself. We're all friends. It happened here on the air, and we were demonstrating a Viridian Smartheart monitor, and Adam checked his blood pressure, and I looked at the numbers, and he looked at the numbers. He looked at me and I looked at him, and he saw a look on my face he did not see before because it was super high. Since that show, he's had it under control. Here's the lesson with Adam Freeman, everybody, and look yourself in the mirror or look at your loved ones. You can't tell someone has high blood pressure by looking at them. Adam Freeman looks very healthy, very fit. But this is what we want to do. You have to make sure that you're ahead of this, no matter what you look like on the outside, because no one knows what's going on the inside. You got to be there for your friends and family for years.
It's funny you say that because my husband, the reason we own it is my husband has an issue with his. So much so, my 5-year-old knows what this is. My 5-year-old's like, oh, Daddy's going to check his. That's how often he uses it because he needs to keep track of it. And he is the Olympic weightlifter. He's the big, you know, muscle guy. Again, you would not be able to tell from him just walking down the street. Like, he needs to keep track of that. And, you know, I was really surprised mine was green because I am stressed. I have no sleep and I drink a lot of coffee this morning. But I was like, yay me, I got a green reading. Green good. I don't know what the numbers mean. I'm going to be completely honest. I'm no nurse. Green good. Yellow, red, face of Matt Peters looking at Adam Freeman. We need to get something checked. It's on sale still at $26.99. And I'll be honest, when you launched this, I don't think it was on 5 Flex. Today is a 5 Flex day. That gets it down to $5.40, and you can start getting the knowledge you need to actually start doing something about it.
Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for picking this up.